Chimest before tight. Okay, so it's summertime. Know what that means? Food, grilling, summer, swimming, bodies. Body, you got the perfect one. You guys, you see your friends and they look all cute and stuff with their little nice, slim, tucked bathing suits and their nice, slim bodies and stuff. And you sitting there, you tired of being fat. But that's okay because I made this video especially for you guys that you want to shed a little bit of pounds, shed a little bit of thickness off so you can flaunt yourself in the summertime in the bathing suits. Most specifically for you guys who trying to stay snatched for the summer. Food. For many of you guys don't know this, but your abs and your muscles and all that stuff starts in the kitchen. Now, when I first heard of this expression, I was like, the fuck? This don't make no type of sense. But it actually does because, yeah, you can gain muscle from exercising and whatnot, lifting weights, but it's not really going to show if you're still eating poorly. You're just going to be eating all the calories you lost through that exercise fitness, and the exercising and pushing yourself to do that will be to no avail. Next thing, another good tip you should be aware of is that you should shop around the perimeters of every store. That's because in grocery stores, they hold all the meat products, the dairy, the veggies. They sell that all around the perimeter of the store. Next, now that you're eating and eating healthy, you should know when to start and stop eating. It's important to always eat breakfast. And I know you're trying to lose weight and all that, but breakfast is really, really important if you don't know already. And you should stop eating 3 hours before you go to sleep. That's because if you're going to eat, if you mess up sometimes and you eat bad stuff or you eat complex carbs like rice and bread accidentally, all that stuff is hard to digest, and it's extremely even more hard to digest after 3 hours before you go to bed. So if you're gonna go to bed at 10, you should stop eating at around 7. Yes, I can do math. Even if you don't eat all that junk, it's really important to stop eating after 3 hours before you go to bed. First of all, stop hanging around fat people. And before you try to dislike this video, I have a disclaimer. Fat people doesn't mean just fat people, the guts hanging out they shirts and they got 5 bellies. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about people that don't care about what they eat. People that eat like fat people, they just stuff themselves, they stuff their throats. They could be the grandmas at Thanksgiving who thinks every day is Thanksgiving and just want to feed you all the food so you can be fat and full. I'm not just talking about fat as in, belly, because skinny people can be fat too. Just stop hanging around those people that don't care about what they eat and want you to eat what they're eating. Crap, because that's exactly what they want you to be. Crap. Next thing, do your research. I didn't learn this from, my head or Jesus. He didn't teach me all of this, but he did give me the brain. But you guys should research everything that you're eating, research what you want to eat, find out healthy foods that are within your budget and that actually taste good. Because not all healthy foods are nasty and expensive. Also, snack a lot. So everybody knows the recommended amount of meals that you eat per day is 3. But some people go all out with those 3 meals. They'll eat 3 big heavy meals. And if you want to lose weight, you might want to, revise how you're eating. Some people eat 6 meals a day. And these meals are very, very tiny meals. Not too tiny, but they're really tiny. They're not a really full course meal like that. But they do contain all your fruits, your veggies, your poultry, your dairy. They contain the essentials. And if you want to really lose weight, you should probably think about doing that. 6 meals a day. 6 tiny, nutritious meals a day. Also, cook for yourself. You'll really understand how much crap you're feeding yourself if you actually cook that food. And then you'll find out that, this isn't really what I want to eat. I don't want to put that much oil in my food. Oh my gosh, it's going to make me break out. Oh my Jesus. Cooking for yourself is automatically more healthier than any fast food that you can do, unless you cook really, really awful. If you come from an ethnic or cultural background, you guys are known for eating lots of carby foods, lots of oily foods, like Italians, lots of Africans. In other words, if most of the people in your group of people have pot bellies, You don't want to be like them. You want to fix that. And the way to fix that is to change your eating habits, of course. Let's say you don't know how to cook and you rely on your mom and dad to cook and they just eat all this slop, all this yummy, delicious, but really bad for you slop. Well, then I suggest you to just minimize those portions. Cut those portions in half. We eat fufu a lot. And for those that don't know what fufu is, it's just a ball of carbohydrates and vegetables. And that sounds good, but if you keep eating it a lot without exercising or doing anything about it, you'll gain that pot belly. So what I do is I cook my own fufu, or I substitute fufu for another type like oatmeal flour or gari, which is a little bit more nutritious for you than fufu. Cut that in half. I cut the portion in half and just feed myself off of that. Sometimes I don't get as full as I want to, so then I just grab a little snack like, I don't know, applesauce or maybe some peanuts. But I always eat with water because water is very fulfilling and makes me full for some reason. Switch over to whole grain or the brown rice, whole grain pasta or brown rice, whatever it be, wild rice, healthier versions of the foods that you eat, because there are always going to be healthier versions. I actually filmed this yesterday, but I'm going to upload a couple of the exercises that I like to do along with this video. I actually got these from other YouTubers who like to exercise themselves. I follow Fitness Blender and what's her name? I forgot her name. But I will link you guys their YouTube channel so you can follow along. You have YouTube for a reason. You don't really just have to look here to just go to YouTube and look up nonsense, you know. YouTube can actually be beneficial for you. Oh, Kierra Lashae, that was her name. If you don't like to do your basic crunches and push-ups and all that, follow her because she actually makes dancing and exercising fun, so that it doesn't really feel like exercise, but it is. It's super cool, and she really thick too. Find people that like to exercise as well. Go to their gyms. If they don't, some gyms have a little guest pass, and most of the times it's free. But if you go to a crap gym, you gotta pay like $10. But invite them or have them invite you to their gym and just exercise with them, because if you're with a group of people exercising or your close friends, you'll definitely feel motivated. But try to get somebody who's at the same speed as you are. Don't get a Sonic to work with you, you know, if you're really, really slow, like friggin' The Rock or anything. But definitely start small, work your way up. Soon you can be doing 30 minutes. Soon you can be even doing an hour exercises. And that's really great. So if you guys have any other questions about what I do to remain snatched, or if you like this video, if you want to subscribe and support me, if you want to even comment your favorite exercise, feel free to do so. You know, we're all here to help each other out, you know what I'm saying? Without further ado, thanks for watching, and bye. Yeah, stay snatched, stay slim.